everybody. Welcome back to High on Feminism, the pre-show. I'm so excited to introduce you to one of our next guests. Her name is Chimere Faulk. She is the founder of Dr. Locs. Chimere, welcome to High on Feminism.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm here. I'm doing my best.
You know, there's a lot going on in the world, so
Yes.
I feel like we're all just collectively, especially as like women of color, trying to, just be calm, not panic.
Find our peace inside.
Yeah, like that's my thought process. I'm like, be calm, don't panic.
Yes.
Everything's gonna be great one day. But insanity aside, I'm excited to have you on the podcast. It's been a long time coming. I know we're gonna have a really awesome conversation about how you started your business. But today we're gonna break down a little bit about some of the products that are sponsoring High on Feminism. So last year when we launched the podcast, I really wanted to just have fun with the idea of highlighting as many women and women-owned companies as possible. So having sponsors for the podcast is like this fun little way to like try some free shit, like highlight brands that are doing cool things. And so we've been really fortunate here to have a bunch of amazing brands, a lot of them women owned, sponsor the podcast. So we have some of those brands today. The first is Empire Glassworks. So I know you got your cute little like high sort of deal with flowers. So Empire was originally founded in 2013. I love them because like the detail on this,
Yes,
like so intricate and like beautiful.
Yeah.
And I feel like the causes that they give back to as well, like that's one of the things I've been really interested in is thankfully like regular brands don't seem to have as many causes that they give back to. But I've noticed a lot in the cannabis industry, especially over the last few years with all these new businesses coming into play, like every single one of them seems to have some sort of give back mission, which I love and I think is like absolutely amazing. I'm gonna pause for a second while my son laps his water.
Your first son.
Len, shh. Mommy is working. But yeah, I'm really excited about all of the brands that are like having some really nice like missions to give back. So a percentage of Empire is like proceeds, they go to causes rooted in land, air, and sea. So that's anything from like saving the bees, wildlife conservation, coral reefs. I know they also give to like Susan G. Komen as well. And some of their pipes, I have another one that they gave me, are like specifically designed with the cause that they have in mind.
Oh, wow.
So for instance, like this one has like polar bears, penguins, ice sort of area. So this one, I believe, don't quote me on this, Phil. I believe that those are the ones that, give back. I don't know if you've checked out their site or not, but they also have like boobs, which I know that
tatas. Okay.
Yeah, they have like boob pipes and everything. And those also are part of like giving back to Susan G. Komen, which is of course breast cancer awareness. So it's really exciting. And again, like who doesn't love a pipe,
Yeah. This is really inspiring too as a business owner, because I have yet to create my own give back association. I know things that are true to me as a business owner, but that's one of my top to do is to give back and find that it just feels good, so.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because like one of the questions I wanted to ask you, because I know that you also are, I guess you could say like sort of a consultant for new business owners. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, like I've been doing this for years. So, but everyone's like, you need to charge. A business advisor or mentor, coach, people that they're in the starting fits. I have a coach, I have a mentor, but I'm always learning. But yeah, there's people that I'm in the DMs or we're chatting and I'll like, or I'm always that friend or family member that people send to me. They're like, you need to talk to Chimere. And it's been like, and I'll just catch this Holy Spirit. I'm like, get a pen and paper. And then, my background is creative advertising. That's what I went to school for. And so my heart is in the marketing aspect, although marketing has changed since 2004 drastically, but it's like these yummy things that sometimes it's it's cool to have outside ears and eyes, you know, and then, you know, sometimes I can see my mistakes in people, like what they're doing, like, hey, do it this way, da, da, da. So we always need that. But I'm just been so busy. I haven't really like honed in on that business. People have courses and stuff like that. I'm just like literally trying to run a manufacturing facility and to have casual conversation with people. And that's my give back. And if anything, that's what I feel that's my give back, because there's more money. There's enough money in this world for all of us to make, you know, and ideas and stuff, even other Loc products. Like I love supporting and helping other people that are creating businesses that could potentially be on the same shelves as I am. So
yeah, I think that's amazing too. Yeah, from like the small business angle, it's always interesting to me because I come from a publicity background. So my job is, you know, telling people how to position their brand where they'll get good press, you know. So coming from like a sort of like business, like consulting mentor space too, like it's almost like, what are some of those, or I guess, what have you been seeing in some of these new CBD, like cannabis products that maybe you'd like to see more of, or would maybe want to like give advice to those people who are starting certain brands like this?
Ooh, so I see a lot of niche opportunities, you know. I had a client that I don't think she continued on with it, but she's an older, seasoned woman, you know. No one wants to be considered old, but she's a seasoned woman, maybe in her 60s, and she smokes, you know. And so she saw an opportunity. She was trying to do like hemp bread or something like that, but there's these niche areas, you know, because you can sell to like everyone that smokes, you know. But I feel like it would be dope to, because even though it's a niche market, they're big. Like for me, Locs, you know, so I knew this was gonna grow. The cannabis community is huge, but I feel like it'd be dope for a company to hone in on that area, even maybe young adults. And then also with that goes into understanding the psychology, the how they think, you know. Because everyone, I feel like small businesses are winning so well because a business will win when they understand the psychology or the mind frame of that company. Like when you make a company, when a company makes me feel like they understand me, it makes me want to buy more, you know, as opposed to, oh, you're just doing it to, no, like, you know me, it's a relationship. And to me, that's what marketing is building actual relationships, you know?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's all about like, how do you get to the consumer, and like, how do you make them select your product on the shelf versus, you know, all the other products that are out there. Yeah, I love that. You're so smart. My favorite part.
I was like, I didn't know what you guys. I was like, oh, yeah.
I mean, I come into these all the time, and you know, we do our outlines and stuff like that, and I am like genuinely like I'm interested in just like people and the way that they interact. So as much as I love my outlines, I also love just kind of like seeing where the conversations go, because I know that all of the women that I speak to all have different things on their minds that they potentially want to bring forward. So I always like, you know, want to make sure give them space, but then sometimes I'm like, oh my God, this person is the expert on this, and now I can ask them. Like, let's just ask.
I love conversation just flows, you know.
Exactly.
You want the real, you know.
Exactly. But you know, we are a pre-show. We are having to do some sponsor shout outs, you know, so some of it's branded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said before, we try to feature as many women-owned brands on here as possible. I think it's amazing, you know, the number of women who are stepping up to the plate in the cannabis industry and making themselves known, and like making quality products for people that are, you know, not men. Like, I think the cannabis industry has been such a male-dominated industry. Everything is, from colors, like rolling papers, pipes, everything is always, you know, geared towards the masculine side, dark colors, you know, hot tones, you know, just things that as women, like we like nice looking things, you know?
What a wonderful time to be here. Like, I love it.
Yeah. But one of the women-owned brands that we do have, and, you know, I'm not old, but I feel like I'm getting old. My spirit is old. My body's falling apart slowly. So I'm loving all of these like CBD, like medicinal things that we have. So one of the brands we are working with is Tonic. They are women-owned, founded by Brittany Carbone in 2017. So relatively new to the game, but it's funny because she built it from her parents' kitchen. And now it's a 7-figure business today, which is amazing. And I've seen a couple other brands that are like, yeah, I started this in my parents' basement or garage, or, you know, I started it from my house, and I love that. Like, that's what like that entrepreneurial lifestyle is, you know, like that's what it's about. Like when I started my business, you know, I was working from coffee shops, you know, trying to take calls in between the espresso machine going on.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine. And I was in my apartment. I just moved in this warehouse, and literally had to wake up, make sure my dishes are washed. So the person making my products could use my kitchen, and my daughter's pouring his cereal over. It was a lot. So yeah.
I love that. You know, like that's what we're about, you know, is taking a situation and our environments and making it work for ourselves. You know, now everybody's working from home, but before, like when you were starting your business, I'm sure when I started mine, like working from home was not really like a thing, you know, like it wasn't really like, you know, it was kind of frowned upon, honestly. Like, what do you mean you're just working from home? So it's interesting just the way that the, you know, lifestyles have changed over the last few years, but the fact that people have been, you know, working from home and building businesses from their home from such a long time is great, and women-owned businesses. So we have 2 fun little things going on here. So we have the Chronic Target and Soothe. It's a roll-on topical for you. I've actually used this before, and it's honestly great. I have like a little bit of shoulder pain from a soccer injury, so I normally just, you know, like take it, rub it on right there. It smells delicious.
It does. Ooh, man.
So it's made with lavender, peppermint, eucalyptus.
That's what I smell. Okay.
Yeah.
I never used the CBD oil on my skin before. I forget you can do that. Ooh.
Yeah, it's really great. It targets like any of the muscle pain and tension that you're feeling. It targets that and just kind of gives it, I think it's probably like the peppermint or the eucalyptus, but the mint sort ofness gives it like that nice.
I love how it's like very calmly medicinal. Like medicinal can be like medicinal, but this is like medicinal.
It's nice and calm. It's a nice chill, targeted soothe. So there's 300 milligrams of CBD in it. So again, it's really meant to like help relax the muscles. And it's for on-the-go relief because it's so small. You can just like throw it in your pocket or your clutch or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So we have that. And then this one I haven't used yet, but it's the Chronic Chill. It's Relax and Restore. And these are drops.
And I need this because today, oh my gosh.
So it says a Zen blend of CBD, ashwagandha, lemon balm, and passion flower, carefully crafted to provide calming, restorative support for mind and body. So like you said, it helps with stress and calm, slows down your racing thoughts, removes nervous tension, and really just promotes like a deeper, more restful night's sleep too. So if you're having trouble with sleeping, which I have been lately. I'm actually gonna do my meditation after our interview, and so this is gonna help. I'm gonna take this right now. I was gonna say about the roll-on, my skin, actually, as someone that loves product on skin, it's really soft. Like I like that. It's not just like oil. It makes your skin feel really soft. So this chill, it says to hold dose under your tongue for 30 seconds and then swallow.
Okay.
And repeat as necessary.
Let me shake it really good.
Yeah, I was like, let me shake.
This is perfect.
I know. I'm like, I'm out already too. So here I go. So we'll just do a little quick freeze test. We'll cut this.
I don't know really how to hold it in my phone. It's going to get dissolved. Is it 30 seconds?
I think so now. Okay.
Oof.
It's a
little sweet.
Yeah, it's an interesting taste.
Yeah. I've tasted other CBD oils and it was disgusting. This is kind of sweet. I appreciate that. It's not bitter.
I don't mind it at all. And this one has 800 milligrams of CBD, so a little bit more, obviously.
Yes,
but again,
I noticed that.
Yeah, I think if the whole purpose is to really like calm you down, that's probably what the extra amount is. But yeah, I really like this. One of the things I also like about having these brands is like seeing all the packaging that they do and stuff like that. It's fun.
I really appreciate that. The just kind of discreet and like just fun and a lot of detail. I love, as a brander, I love people that put a lot of attention into their brand and the simplicity.
Yeah, simplicity, yet like you said, like they also have a lot of info about like the ingredients on there, like the milligrams, etc. So I think that's also super important.
And then you can tap the box with your phone. Did you see that?
Reports. Oh yeah, product info and more.
Wow.
Technology.
Right. Wow.
Love that. So yeah, now you have some tonics. So if you ever are feeling stressed out, you can use the chill, and then of course, any topical pain, chronic.
Yes, this is definitely necessary. I'm at my office. I'm going to be making products today, and this is definitely going to be helpful. So
perfect.
Thank you, Tonic.
Yes. And then our last product that we have, also a women-owned brand, AFG Sugar. They are the first rolling paper brand created by a minority woman to celebrate diversity, inclusivity, and she is originally from Afghanistan. So a lot of their products, AFG obviously, ties back into her Afghan heritage, the tobacco industry, and what the cannabis looks like from, the Afghan, because again, Kush is an Afghani word, so having these products on here just is bringing more attention to the minority-owned businesses and also the history behind the cannabis industry, which is strongly rooted in minority culture. So that's what I really love about this one. And of course, they're pink. So again, women creating products for women, like who wouldn't want pink rolling papers? Those are like the best things ever. It was founded by Stephanie Gerber, and they're all natural, vegan dyed, and it gives each paper its instantly recognizable color, as well as being 100% ethically sourced, which is also super important and something that a lot of cannabis brands are also taking into account when they're creating it.
I love it.
It's super awesome. I mean, we got introduced to this brand when we did our pop-up out in LA in March. And, again, it's when you think of rolling papers, you always think of like raw or, like the basic ones. And it's so nice to find a company that is like women owned and, again, focused on women. So now this is always my question for everybody, because we have these two, rolling papers, pipes. You have to choose which one. First question, which one did you start with and which one do you primarily use now?
Okay, I started off with paper. Okay. Yes. Something about just holding and like I'm the person that actually smoked the whole blunt like for the night. I just love the feeling. I love the paper, the way it burns and everything. And then I think later on, I ended up using a pipe because I wanted more of a discreet Just like a really quick, like it was like time. That was what it is. It was like, all right, time. I want to do this, but I don't want to do the whole, because the paper is more like my whole evening experience. I smoke by myself. And so it's like an evening experience. I might bake some Toll House cookies, you know, it's experience. Yes. And then with my pipe, it's like, all right, I got to go to the office real quick, bada boom, you know, and it's like, so I like both, but like that whole experience is the paper. But then I'm not the best at rolling. So, so it depends on my mood at the time. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like most people start with pipes and then get into papers. So.
I've always like been around people that smoke. I didn't start smoking until I was like 35. I'm 41 now. Okay. And I started out with smoking cigars.
Oh.
So I never wanted to smoke anything in my life. And then I went to the cigar bar with some guy friends and they were like, just hold it in your mouth. It's all about your mouth. And I was like, okay, not my lungs. Okay, cool. And then I was like, oh, and I became addicted to cigars. But then I realized how it wasn't that healthy. Like I didn't like how I started sounding like a man. Like it was like, nah. And then like what happened, I had a boyfriend that was smoking. I never wanted to smoke. He always wanted to smoke with me. And I was like, no. And then we broke up. It was a heavy breakup. When I get depressed, I don't eat and I don't sleep. And what does cannabis do for you? You eat and you can sleep.
Yeah.
Well, so I went, and that was my first time buying it myself and smoking myself. And I learned through him how to roll. I watched so many, like he smokes a lot. So I knew how to roll. So that was just my thing for myself. And I co-parent with I have children, I co-parent. So when they went to their dad after a week of parenting, when I was by myself, that was my treat. And I was able to eat and smoke. And I called my parents. I was like, at 35 years old, I smoke weed now. Until they were like, okay, Chimere, you're grown.
So, do what you want, girl.
Yeah.
Kids and everything.
Yes, but it feels good. It's always been something I do for myself. I don't really socially smoke. I don't really have that many friends that smoke now, but it's just something I do, and it's not nothing public. I just do it, and it makes me, it's like a treat for me for my like long day, or I'll like to do it before I make product, and it just makes me feel super creative. So.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. People think it's so weird that like I have my, morning routine, and part of my morning routine is I get up like 3 hours before, I have to start work so I can just be in my place if I want to chill outside. And I always like have a cup of coffee and smoke a joint. I feel like it calms me, gets me ready for the day, gets me to start thinking about what I need to do for the day. And, from there, I just power on through. And then sometimes it's like at around like lunchtime, I'm like, I just kind of feel like I'm dragging, like I'm not feeling as like inspirational again. Just take a couple of puffs and I feel revitalized.
For me, I can smoke once and then I'll be good for the whole week. I mean, not the whole week, the whole month. Like I literally smoke probably like every quarter. Like I am such a lightweight.
Okay.
Like it keeps me inspired. It's like very like, and I'm like, and I'm flying and stuff. So I don't think my body could take that, but I definitely do it to boost the inspiration. And, because it's been an evolution of learning what I need, recently. So
definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, being an
we all know what we need. We need different things, so.
Stress is part of life. We just have to learn how to deal with it in a healthy way.
Yes.
Well, I hope that you enjoy this pipe, and I hope that you enjoy the tonic, papers, everything that you have. I'm so excited to talk to you on the episode. I know we have so much that we can get into even more. But in the meantime, where can everybody find you on socials?
So my company, drlocs.com, on social media, it's DRLOCS. Me personally, I have my own page, and Instagram has my name spelled incorrectly. It's CHI, N like Nancy, ERE, F like Frank, AULK. So they switched my N for, it's an M, but it's an N. So you'll find me.
Okay.
Long story.
We'll put all the handles in.
Yes.
Everybody can find you. But great. I mean, I'm super excited. Like I said, to have you on here. It's been a long time coming. Learning so much on these interviews. So I'm excited for everybody that's offering up their time to me. For everyone that's watching, you can check us out at High on Feminism on Instagram, and be sure to check out the Woke Media YouTube channel for the full pre-show. Thank you.
Thank you so much.